Welcome, fellow financial freedom fighters. I have a little topic today that some of us go through, some of us hear about, don't know everything about it. So to find out about a 401k, we turn to a financial advisor, okay? And when we turn to a financial advisor, we think they have our best interest at heart. And at the end of the day, they make money on commissions. So if you want to see how successful your financial advisor is, just ask them one question. If you're doing so well picking stocks and you make so much money, why are you working here? You can bust that one on anybody. If you are so successful, why are you working here? That's going to be everybody in the system saying they're going to make you money. Because at the end of the day, most of the time they don't. So the question for today is why don't you make 20% on your 401k money? Why don't you do that? Would that change things compared to what most people make? See, in stocks, you literally hand your money over to a financial advisor, right? So you take your money and you give it to this financial advisor, and they let someone else invest in the stock market. Now, is the stock market investing or gambling? It's going to be a fine line. Depends on who you are. Depends on if you have disposable income. Depends on if you're living paycheck to paycheck. If you cannot calculate the outcome of what you're making, that's gambling. If you can calculate it, that's investing. And this is what happens most of the time. We have no idea what we're invested in. We have no idea what our return is. And we have no idea how much we're going to make. But we just believe a random person that has no obligation to make you money. A moral obligation, yes, but not a requirement, and they can lose it all without consequence. I don't know what kind of deal that is even, but it's not great. That's why it's not working for everybody, and we're going to find out over the next 2 to 3 years it's not going to work for anybody. That's why this is absolutely urgent. So why aren't you making 20%? Okay, the average person, take a guess of what the average person makes. What's the average person make in their stock market portfolio outside of 2021? The average person nationwide makes about 4%. So when inflation is 5, 6, 7%, you're literally losing money even from your profits. You're giving away money every year. You're losing money. You're not getting any advantage as time goes on, especially as things become more expensive, right? It's just devaluing steadily. So what is our other option? Well, did we know, or did our financial advisor tell us? Financial advisors also will tell you you can't do this. Can you buy real estate with your 401k? That'd be nice if you understood how to do that. So if you understand how to do that, you totally can do that. So you could do a rental property. It could be a property you're going to keep. Could be a short-term rental type situation. So you can put that real estate in there and get a better return overall. But that's not what I'm talking about today. So yes, you can buy real estate with your 401k, completely different video. What I'm talking about is a strategy where you literally get one of two things. You either get 20% on your money. Let me fix that. You can get 20% on your money, or you get the property. How good of a deal would it be if you took charge of your financial outcome and said, hey, I'm going to put my money right here, where my outcome is 20% repeated over, let's say, 10 years, where it just compounds. So if I take $1,000, $200 more every year plus 20% on that, and you just keep rolling it over. That's what a 401k does. It's what it's good at, deferring those taxes. But if the situation does not give you 20%, you literally get the property. Now that opens you to making way more than 20%. But since we don't know how to do this, we don't do it. And therefore we just continuously make 4% and or just lose money. Could you imagine right now, take your portfolio and do the math in your 401k of making 20% per year, except for year 5, you get a property and you make 50 grand. And now you're gonna keep that in your 401k and you're gonna keep compounding that. How quickly do you get closer to a number that you want to be at? Because 401k is not the only way to invest in real estate with tax deferred self-retirement plans. There are other avenues that you can go. And since we don't understand these and we pass it off to people that have no incentive to make us wealthy, they just want to keep your money moving for them. Regardless of if they make you money or not, they get paid. It's a terrible deal. It doesn't make sense. But this, on the other hand, is completely passive. Completely passive. You don't have to do anything waiting for your 20%. This, if you do wind up with a property, you can either capitalize on it or go to an investing partner and pass it on to them for a fee. Folks, if you want to see how this is done, if you are interested in finding out what this strategy actually is, message me, reach out to me, and I will be happy to answer you, get you to an event where you can actually see that being done. Because if you understand this strategy alone, if retirement came at 67 at 4% and they'd say you wind up with $1 million, wouldn't that mean at 20% you'd wind up with several million by 67? Several meaning more than 2, because you're making way more than that 4%. So thanks for joining me on this. Have a great evening, and we'll see you soon.